I'm wearing a little bit more serious hat today because I am absolutely fed up with the way that Miss USA, Miss California, has been treated. Because she spoke her opinion when asked and was honest, they have set out to destroy her. Just like the way they set out to destroy Joe the plumber. They looked into his background, and now they're looking into her background deeper than what they looked into Barack Obama's background. There's no need of this. Why should this girl be destroyed by them? In case they need to be reminded, the president that they wanted so bad, and vice president, that they gave fundraisers galore out there. And guess what? Joe Biden said in his debate with Sarah Palin that he was against gay marriage. Barack Obama said the very same thing when he debated one of his debates with Hillary. They are not for gay marriage. Why don't they go and dance around the lawn in the White House lawn and throw their flyers? How long would they last there? I received a letter from my sister in Maine, and she says it better than I could, so I've got my laptop here and I'm going to read it to you. I liked your YouTube production, Grambo. Would you say something about this beautiful Miss California who was trashed by the gays and feminists? What is a gay man doing judging a beauty pageant? What appreciation has he exhibited for the opposite sex? Why is he there to begin with? Hey, he has no affection. He's jealous of the opposite sex. She mentions here that she thinks that he has non-penis envy. But he brought that question up because he wanted his opinion known. It had no business in this pageant to begin with. Why you put people on the spot all the time? 85% of the people in this country are against gay marriage. And when it comes around to the fact that 2 or 3 people are going to tell the majority how to live, that's anarchy, in case you didn't know the name. Didn't understand? Yeah. The people in California voted down gay marriage. And what happened? 3 judges decided, hey, it's okay. That's anarchy. This country was set up so that the majority of the people rule, not just a few. That's tyranny. Now she also says here, Perez, and then she writes, what kind of a name is he? What kind of a name is that? Don't you just want to slap the parent responsible for that name? So anyway, she writes, maybe Perez Hilton needs to educate the world on the subject of same-sex marriage. I think perhaps he could do it in Iran. And you know, I think that might be a cure for homosexuality if you want one. Because Ahmadinejad there said, Mahmoud Ahmadinejad, Jay Leno calls him Ahmadinejad nut job, but he said there's no gays in Iran, so there must be a cure. It must be that maybe it's in the drinking water, or the desert air, because he said there are no gay people in Iran. So I would suggest if any of you are unhappy being homosexuals, and you shouldn't be, But you could go there and it would cure you. I think it might be the water. Or perhaps a firing squad. Anyways. So she says she thinks he might have picked on Miss California purposely because he envied her ability to look great in a dress. And then she says, when she initially saw this on TV, she cried. I cried for our country's lost values, the better years when little girls aspired to be Miss America or Miss USA, when neighbors gathered on Main Street for the Memorial Day parade to view the veterans, the brownies, the local bands, the Boy Scouts, holding their heads high, honored by their community. When school days began with a reverent prayer, and when the terror of the neighborhood was just my little brother. Well said, Lorraine. I don't know what more to say on this subject. It's just that they have got to leave this girl alone. She has a right to her opinion, and it's part of her values and the way she was raised. But 85% of the population in this country agree with her. 30 states, not just California, 30 states voted gay marriage down. The word marriage means, it's a biblical thing, and it means a union between a man and a woman and to have children. That's the definition of that word. You know what the definition of snow is, don't you? You want to change the meaning so it means something else? You can't redefine a word. Now, it's alright. They want it to be known as marriage when there's two men or two women. They want to redefine the word. Now, I've known people, honestly, where there's a man and two women living together. And they might want to call that a marriage because in their mind that is a marriage. Or why not a man who wants 6 wives? And he wants that to be declared a marriage, and redefine it again. But then it will get a little weird. You might be 2 men, 3 women, and a goat. And they want to define that as marriage. And on and on and on and on. You can't do that. In my state right now, they have civil union. Civil ceremonies. But it doesn't say marriage, I guess. But I'm a justice of the peace. I've been marrying people for years and years and years. You know, every single marriage license that I've issued, it has asked what type of a ceremony did you perform or was performed. I always put civil. And those men and women are just as married as any other. Whether they got married in a church, or it doesn't matter. They're just as married, but it was a civil ceremony. So please, that should be enough to make them happy. They have all the legal rights of a man and a woman being married. They just want to legitimize that union by calling it a marriage, a real marriage. It isn't. It can be a civil ceremony. And already in this state, they have that. But these people are never going to give up. The Democrats want something, and they'll go back, and they'll go back, and they'll go back, and they'll go back until they win. They are relentless. So I don't know what's going to happen here. I don't care. I don't care how it ends up. I'll perform the ceremonies. But 85% of the people should be able to control their country. And I guess that's it for now. I'm really PO'd about this one. Really. get in touch with me. Let me know how you feel about it.